Alright, what's up? Haven't posted in a while, but I've been trying to adjust my life for the goal of this series, right? Which is like, how do you change your life? How does somebody go on this path? And the way I was doing it before was every week I was coming back, making a video, talking about what my goals were and different reflections I had had. And I found it to be kind of hard to keep track of a lot of different things and remember like what even was this progress that I was trying to make. So I'm finally going to make this video again, come back to the journey and show you what I've decided on changing about how I'm going about this. And that's mostly through Google Calendar. So at the start of the week, I'm just going to write out like these 5 things that I want to work on. I think it's true that like generally like everyone's lives are okay. Like we don't always need to be doing self-improvement. We don't always need to be moving towards something. You're always going to be like yourself. You're always going to, I don't know. I don't know, but I have a different attitude about like self-growth, which is that it's a great thing, but it's not, doesn't mean you're a bad person or you can't be happy if you aren't growing. So anyway, the start of the week, I was just writing these 5 things that are like the most important thing that I have to get done. And that is finding a place to live in September, finding a new job. And then other things that I wrote out were like my rehab for my knees, fashion, like having a summer outfit, and then 5 is like drawing faces. So I didn't have in mind like I wrote everything else. Like I wrote everything that like I feel like this is what I care about, and those were just the 5 things I wrote, and then I prioritized them. And now I'm going to show you like my Google Calendar, and we're going to try to break down like how I'm going to do this.
Alright, so here's my calendar. In it I have different blocks of time for what I'm doing throughout the day. So for me, I realized that the easiest thing for me to do is to work at a library. That's like the most optimal place that I can work. I can't do it at home. I get too distracted. There's too many things that, I can do, whether it's like scroll on my phone, play piano, screw around. So I'm sort of making my day revolve around where do I do the best work. And it happens to be the library downtown. So since that library closes at 8, if I'm going to spend the most time there in the day, I have to be done work as early as I can. So it has me waking up at 6:30, getting done at work from like 3:30 to 4. And then in that time that I have left before bedtime, I'm going to the gym for an hour and a half, or hour 15, and then going to the library. So that's kind of the calendar as it stands.
So with that library time, I know that I'm going to be there for a certain amount of time, but I still need to plan out like what am I doing when I get to the library. How do I prioritize things? I don't know if I should put ahead of time exactly what I'm working on, or if I just know like, okay, I want to prioritize on this right now, and then come prepared to just like figure out while I'm there what kind of work I'm doing specific to this thing that I have on my list, whether that be where I'm living, what my job's going to be, stuff like that. Some other things that have helped me be more productive is packing my bag the night before, making my lunch the night before. It's super nice when I can just wake up and make breakfast and then like leave the house. I really don't like having to wake up and then deciding that day what I'm gonna do. So right now, like what I think I'm just deciding is that like having my day planned before I start the day is probably going to be the most important thing for like helping me stay productive and doing things that I actually care about. Like today's Sunday, I haven't planned out Sunday at all, and it's like nearly noon, and I just like haven't done that much besides clean my room. So for now, the videos are going to be maybe more vague. I want to figure out a way to effectively communicate the progress that I'm making, but that's kind of a hard thing to do. It's going to require some hard work, and I think I'd rather be consistent. In the future, I'm trying to think about like, does this YouTube series help me? And I think the only reason it's going to help me and also help people who watch it is if I share tips like this about like what I'm doing to stay on top of these things, and then two, if I can effectively communicate or portray the narrative of like where these things go. So that might take a long time. I don't know if I have that skill yet, and it might require me scheduling time on this calendar for like think about how to effectively share how these things are progressing. So, you know, it's at that point it's kind of like a vlog where I'm just saying like, oh, I've decided to live here, like, or I've gotten a job doing this. So I don't know if that's going to be helpful, but I do like the idea of one day getting to a point on this channel where like people can watch a video and be like, wow, this is cool that I can see like how this happened for this person. Okay, but short and sweet.